Welcome back to Webcertain TV. I'm Gemma Houghton. Today I'm joined by Julia Munder and Jessica Oram, who are the International Marketing Manager and PR and Content Manager for Maxwell Scott Bags, a luxury leather goods retailer. And today we're going to be discussing the challenges of implementing Christmas campaigns. Hi, thank you both for coming and joining us.
Thanks for having us.
So obviously for retailers, Christmas is a really, really crucial time. So when do you start planning and working on your Christmas campaigns?
The earlier the better, really, because we've got events like Christmas in July coming up where PR companies and journalists are requesting information to new collections that have come out at Christmas. So we need to showcase that and present that. Obviously from Jess's side, we need to write all the content, get everything ready. So yeah, basically in July, as the title says.
And then that's to kind of, the first stage is to launch things to the press, kind of give them the information when they're doing their campaigns. When do you actually launch your own campaigns, your own marketing, through your own marketing channels?
It's around the same time, isn't it, that we start to think about it, obviously, because we have to send all the press releases out, so we need that information at that point. So it's something that we do start to think about, even June, I'd say, maybe.
Yeah,
just to get the ball rolling and just get some ideas across within the company to see what people think would be a good idea.
For the actual customer, it's always around Labour Day for the US, so early September, because that's when people are going back to work, back to school, thinking about the fourth quarter basically, saving up for Christmas trips, Christmas money, and then start shopping. It's getting earlier. It's getting earlier.
Yeah, people like to plan ahead now more than ever, I think.
It's to compete as well with our, obviously, other brands.
Yeah, you need to make sure you're in the minds of your customers from the start.
Exactly. Yeah.
And other retailers like Selfridges, I think, have already launched a Christmas shop now.
Yeah, see, that puts me off because I think, no,
Selfridges
don't make me think about Christmas already. So when you're actually developing the campaign itself, what process do you use to come up with an idea and a kind of message or a theme for a campaign like that?
I think for me personally, this year was really influenced by trips to Italy. So just seeing more behind the brand. Obviously I'm heavily involved. I've been working for Maxwell Scott Bags for 5 years, but this year actually being involved in production of the new collection, buying materials, getting to see what's actually happening before.
So all of your goods are produced in Italy?
Before we get it presented, really makes you appreciate the quality more, and also just the inspiration, how committed the Italians are, first of all, to their family. We're kind of part of the family now, because we've been working with them for so long, and then also how dedicated they are for their work, to their work. So yeah, that's been interesting. So that's influenced my idea process quite heavily. But from Jess's side, I think it's more social, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's more about, because obviously Christmas is a time to escape reality in a way, and obviously with Brexit and everything going on with the snap general election, it's quite nice to have a more of a holistic approach to our marketing and our messages at Christmas time. So yeah, we've tried to work on that quite a lot.
So tapping into themes that matter to people, like you said, like family and just relaxing and enjoying yourself.
And tapping into their emotions a bit more.
And we've got, as a general rule for marketing, we've got our vision to be the most loved luxury bags manufacturer in the world. Which is quite a message. So it says most loved, not most sold. And I think for Christmas that applies. So all our brand values like honesty, loyalty, a family business, love, that ties in quite nicely.
And that is an important thing for many brands now. It's way more about, like you said, it's not just can we sell, it's about how can we make people love us so that they want to buy us, they want to talk about us. What do you think it is about a brand that makes a customer, wherever they are in the world, feel engaged with that brand and attracted to it?
I think honesty plays a big part in it. I think if you're honest with your customers, they'll really appreciate that. And also I think more and more it's becoming about behind the scenes of the actual brand. So you're giving them a lot more information, and hopefully that will make them loyal to you.
Yeah, you're more and more authentic as well, like what Jess said, giving them a glimpse behind what's happening behind. And just knowing what you stand for and being able to vouch for it. Like I said before, travelling to Italy, I could before, but now I can 110% say it's the best quality for the best price. And if you're then convinced yourself, you can convey that message completely different.
Yeah, so it's about, for any business, or the people working on the campaigns really have to understand what they do stand for and what they're trying to get across in order to really sell that. And then when you're actually putting this into practice, obviously it's the usual kind of marketing strategy planning, which channels you're going to use. How do you kind of approach that, and which channels do you find are most effective for this kind of campaign?
Always, which channels do we not use?
I know, all of them.
The more the better, really. We found if we have the content, then it's like a symbiosis, basically. It all plays into different channels. So we've got social, obviously, especially in the UK and the US, that's gone big recently. So Jess is working a lot on that. And then the classic channels like PPC, affiliate marketing, email marketing, your general website marketing, SEO. If that all ties together, works together, then I think then you've got the recipe right.
I think at Christmas though, people are used to being quite bombarded with content, so I think you can get away with it by using everything. Yeah,
and people are looking for presents to buy for people. They kind of want inspiration and they want something different, so I guess you're providing that need for them. Yeah. And what about the international element? Obviously you are targeting globally, but you particularly focus on several key markets, which I think are US, UK, Australia, France, Germany.
Yeah, Austria and Switzerland, so German-speaking
market. How much do you have to kind of vary what you do to make sure that it's relevant for all of those markets?
In terms of content, it's completely different. So we market, we have completely different, we have separate blogs, completely different messaging for different countries. Visually, that's more difficult because we are creating aspects like, visually that's more difficult because we have to create all visual elements and assets. Obviously there's a heavier budget involved than just writing. I say just writing. So we're making sure we're covering a global market, but using different images or different cuts of the video, different footage for different markets, so it's all tailored.
And how do you know what's going to work for which? So you've got different blog posts, different kind of content. How do you determine what message will work for each market?
Trial and error. I think we've got 5 years experience now, so we kind of know what's working for our audience and what isn't, and then also research again.
I think it's really important as well that you get the right people in that really understand their country, so different execs for different countries. I think if you want to go international, it's really crucial that you do that, just so that your different audiences can truly relate to the content that you're producing.
And then from a luxury brand point of view, you've got kind of an added extra challenge, I guess, because luxury customers expect luxury at all aspects of the process, not just with the product they end up with, but, you know, the website experience, the customer experience. How do you make sure that on all these different channels you're providing that experience?
Just trying to be the best at everything that we do, I think.
And trying to create a personalised experience. So with a good example is PPC. So we started playing out different ads to different audiences. So we follow the cookies. It's very clever. I'm always amazed how Chris does it. It's very clever. So we have different ads for different audiences, so we can target the customer really, really bespoke. We know on which websites they've been and everything. We've got different graphics for it now, and especially at Christmas, it's tailored down to a T, really. And then obviously bespoke content on the website. We've heavily invested into user experience and a CRM system, personalised emails, and also the customer service.
Yeah, I think it all stems back to the customer service team. I think if you have that as a foundation and you make sure that the customer service team completely understand the business and they can really help the customer with what they want and even go that extra mile, because I think that's what people expect within the luxury industry. So if we have a businessman that really needs a briefcase in a few days, we'll make sure that they receive it. So it's that extra step I think is important to have within the luxury industry.
How do you then share that experience that others have with other customers? So how do you kind of benefit from the good positive feedback that you may have from customers to share that with others and help develop the brand through kind of word of mouth and customer referrals?
We're working with trusted shops. I think like every big retailer does now, has some review system in place. Facebook reviews is getting bigger because people are looking more to the social channels for feedback. And then we've also implemented a software called Mention Me, so that at the end of the shopping basket, when you've purchased something, you can refer a friend, and then the friend gets a little discount and you get a little discount. So as a little test or introduction to Maxwell Scott. We would never give 50% off or 70% off, because it's just not luxurious.
Yeah.
But I think with little discounts, or that they get a free key ring, something extra that makes their experience, or leather cream, things like that, I think that works quite well.
Yeah, something that complements what they've done and just makes them feel valued.
Yeah.
I think I work a lot with the customer service team as well. So if we have a lot of customers having the same issue, I'll make sure that we have some content, either like on the journal, our online blog or something, that explains. So that really helps the customer.
Yeah, so listening to all aspects of the business and the whole business working together to provide the best experience for a customer.
Yeah.
And with the Christmas campaign, obviously the focus is going to be around buy this present for Christmas. What a great present for your mum or your sister or your dad for Christmas. But how do you benefit from any traction you get from those campaigns to kind of move on to the rest of the year and still keep those customers engaged once that Christmas element has ended?
First thing is, I think, when they get the product, making sure that they open it and they love it, basically, and then aspire to have more product. So I think the product is our strongest aspect to want to buy again.
Yeah.
And that they have a good experience, like Jess said, the customer service. And I think the January sales help quite a lot, as simple as it sounds, but it's just like this little extra. And we always, last year we had the message about treating yourself and doing something for yourself after giving gifts to everyone else.
Yeah, it coincides quite nicely with January blues and like treating yourself after the rush of Christmas.
Yeah, there's always a reason to want a nice new bag.
And it's selling the lifestyle, really.
Yeah.
Like New Year's resolutions, get healthier, get fitter, get prettier, get a new bag.
Yeah, it's a good slogan there. Thanks both for talking to us today. It was really interesting.
Right, thank you very much.
Thank you.